Hello guys, welcome to StudyIQ. My name is Amit Sani and I welcome you in this daily PIB analysis video. In the evening these videos come, in the morning the Hindu paper analysis videos they come. Both in Hindi and English you get these lessons and important questions we are discussing more these days because the update on the PIB website is very less. The season of elections polls they are going on, and because of that there is no update on the website. Hardly anything comes up as important, and in some days there is no update as it is there today. So 18th of April and I have shifted towards most important questions for this year so that we can revise important current affairs which appeared in the PIB website or in some government website or in some other important data. So we are taking everything here and stay connected. Do not miss any of the lesson. We are revising very important details, and in the examination hall you will realize the importance of it. Now, IRRI, International Rice Research Institute, is one of the 15 agriculture research centers in the world that form the CGIAR consortium of international agriculture research centers. That is particularly correct because this is a particular consortium and agricultural research centers or the institutions are coming under it. 15 of them are there. One of them is there in Hyderabad also, and IRRI is one of them, and the headquarters is there in Laguna, Philippines, and engaged in research on food and security issue, the poverty issue, hunger issue, and mainly for the rice research. This IRRI is important. When the famine came in Asian region in 1960s, then this was the most important institution. After that, the Green Revolution phase that also started. Okay, so that was important. First statement is correct. Second is wrong here. The headquarter has not been shifted. Actually, the South Asian regional headquarter has been inaugurated as the 6th important regional office of IRRI. So it was inaugurated by Prime Minister Modi, and Philippines has the main headquarter. So second is wrong here. Only one is the correct answer. You can see in the detail here. 6th International Rice Research Institute, South Asia Regional Center, IAS, and the institute is built at the campus of Seed Research and Training Center. That is there in Varanasi. And IRRI headquartered in Los Banos in Laguna, and offices are there in 17 countries. So it was the 6th one, and it was in the Southern Asia region. Next, importantly, the issue of Green Revolution that started with the establishment of this organization, and it was in the eastern part of the world where the major staple crop is rice. In India also the most important staple crop is rice, and mainly in the eastern part of India they are consuming it. In the western part of world and western part of India both, they consume more wheat. So that's important, and it was established in 1960, aims to reduce poverty and hunger, improve the health of the rice farmers, consumers, and environmental sustainability is also the important aim, and coming under 15 institutes, agricultural research institutes under CGIAR. Very important information, and read about this CGIAR also. Extremely important this is. Next, banks which have headquarters in Kerala. There are now 5 banks which are headquartered in Kerala, and mainly in the Thrissur city. South Indian Bank is there, Catholic Cereal Bank is there, ESAF Bank is there, Canada Bank is in Karnataka. So this is wrong. So answer would be 1, 3 and 4. Government started 3 years back the small financial banks, and small financial banks were specific banks with a limited criteria, restrictive methods. They were doing a basic banking operations, and it was specific for some particular groups. Okay, maybe for MSMEs, maybe for some in some area having a particular type of population, and the demographic features were important for these small financial banks. And there was a condition that after 2 years you can be converted into a scheduled bank. So this ESAF bank, which was started in 2016, it was said to this bank also. Now they are getting it a status of full-fledged scheduled bank. So ESAF becomes the 5th bank in Kerala. So 1, 3 and 4 is the correct answer. Second one is in Karnataka, and you see from where this Canada Bank in Karnataka, from where it comes. Tell me the name of that place, because that is the banking hub of this country. After independence, a lot of banks, and before independence also, a lot of important centers were there, and actually all these banks, they were established before independence only. So this place in Karnataka was very, very important. Next, you can read here ESF Small Financial Bank, and according to the RBI Act 1934, it paved the way to operate as a scheduled bank. Scheduled bank means full-fledged bank. All operations are allowed now. In the small financial bank, all operations are not allowed. And on a limited scale, the banking operations are done. Okay. Next, climate change performance index. Every year we have questions from these organizations, important indexes, important reports. So this particular index is an annual publication by German Watch, New Climate Institute, and Climate Action Network. All are there in Europe, and they evaluate the climate protection performance of not all the countries, only 60 countries they evaluate, and these 60 countries are actually responsible for 90% of the carbon dioxide emission. So they are performing, evaluating their performance, and Sweden actually has topped the list in 2019. So this is wrong, and first is again wrong. So D9 is the correct answer here. You can see here Sweden has been named as the best performing country in CCPI index, and it evaluates the climate protection performance of 60 countries responsible for 90% of global energy related CO2 emissions. So that's important, because energy related conventional sources, they are releasing a lot of amount of CO2, SO2, NO2, all these things, like when we burn coal for energy needs, then this is emitted. Second nation on this list is Morocco, a small country in northwestern Africa, but very importantly, it has created a goal of energy mix that it would create around 42% of installed capacity of renewable energy. We have also made a particular target of 40% energy mix by 2030, but Morocco made this goal for 2020 only, so 10 years earlier, and it is going to achieve this target, so it is appearing on the second spot. Third spot is for Lithuania. It's an Eastern European country, very important one. And the bottom 5 country among these 60 countries are Saudi Arabia, US, Iran, South Korea, and Taiwan. All important developed countries, and they are bad performers here. Okay. Next, ISRO launches Samvad with students actually to engage them on space sciences. Perfectly correct, because they started this very important initiative to raise the interest in science sector, in space science sector especially, among the students, because they are losing some interest and they are much more distracted in this particular age of misinformation. So they want to bring them to a level where globally they can compete in the future. And India's science sector is really very robust, and we are performing extremely well here. So it can go to another heights with the participation of the students in future. So for that, they are targeting school students, and important meetings they are taking, and summer camps would be there, 2-week residential camps would be there, and they would be showing them all the important missions, all the important campuses and all, and this would go on. And K. Sivan is the ISRO chairman, not Radhakrishnan. So this is wrong. First is correct. So only one is the correct answer here. First SWS event saw interaction of 40 students and 10 teachers, and they were coming from all over the country, and they were briefed about Indian space program and their benefits to common man at the Antriksh Bhavan, Bengaluru. And the question answer session was there, followed by important interaction. They discussed a series of topics ranging from rocket, satellites, Chandrayaan, Gaganyaan, various space applications. We have a lot of satellites which are going to be launched in 2019, and Gaganyaan is the most important mission there. So they all were apprised of all this information, and that was important. Next, recently US and Israel, they withdrew from UNESCO. This organization was started after World War II, and importantly for education, science and cultural organization, as we all know, and it works in the areas of conservation, preservation, and art and culture, the heritage, science, education, everything is important. So it is going into various directions. Very important body. USA was the founding member of it. In 1984 also USA withdrew from it, calling it biased and working more in favor of USSR at that time. Again, it says that it is anti-Israel because it says something against Israel recognizing Palestine in 2011. Palestine is not a UN recognized country, and Palestine was given important recognition under UNESCO, and important cities are there like Ramallah, Jericho, Hebron, and they are having important UNESCO heritage sites in these countries. And you see the issue of Israel, the West Bank is there, Jordan is here, this is West Bank, this is country of Israel, and 60% part of this West Bank also, that is under the capturing of Israel. So UNESCO says these are occupied territories and the influence is rising for Israel, and that is not a legitimate right of Israel on this Palestinian land, because West Bank is mainly for Palestine. But in actual sense, the 60% geography is under the administration of Israel, and they call it Area C. Area A, B, C are there, A, B are there under Palestine, and C is there under Israel. And Gaza Strip is also there. And Gaza Strip and West Bank, these are two important areas for Palestine, and they were recognized by UNESCO. So this was the issue. It was raised by America in October 17, and they decided to withdraw from it. And Israel followed USA in that, and it has also withdrawn from UNESCO. So this question may be asked. In 84, USA withdrew during Reagan administration. Again, it joined in 2003, and now again after 14 years, they have decided to withdraw from here and calling it biased, and they called for fundamental reforms. But in the name of fundamental reforms, they want to give importance to Israel mainly, because openly Trump administration is supporting Israel in all important platforms. Whether we take the issue of Tel Aviv and Jerusalem and their embassy, and recognizing Jerusalem as a capital, and Golan Heights issue where annexation has been declared legitimate by USA. So all these issues are very open now, and they all are in favor of Israel by USA. So that is unprecedented, and a lot of countries are opposing this move because it is totally a biased stand of America. Next, Sea Vigil, the first coastal defense exercise. That is correct. Sea Vigil conducted by Navy and Coast Guard. Perfectly right. Close coordination with state governments and union territories. This is a perfect statement. It's okay. Second, it's a build up towards the major theater level tri-service exercise, TROPEX, theater level readiness operation exercise, the most important exercise for Indian Navy, and tri-service exercise actually it is. So it is conducted every 2 years. It's a biennial exercise, not every 5 years. So this is wrong here. Very small difference you will see in these options. So please be careful. 5 years was given here. Otherwise, you would have done marking it correct if you would have given emphasis more on the upper two lines. But in the third line, this is a difference. The 5 years given. Actual answer is 2 years. So this is wrong, and only one is the correct answer here. Most important exercise, first of its kind after 26/11 attack. It is giving important improvement after 10 years of the incident, and it is evaluating all the important weaknesses, all the important strength of our Indian military in the maritime area, because from the Mumbai coast, these people came with the help of a boat and they entered Mumbai. So this maritime security is extremely important. So it was first of its kind and the biggest exercise. Coastal states, union territories, state governments, all were important stakeholders. Indigenous communities, coastal communities, fishing communities, they all were part of it. So all things were there: hinterlands, coastal areas, seaward areas. In all these areas, the forces, they went very deep inside the territories, and they simulated many situations there. Okay. So that's important. This may be asked this year. Sea Vigil is the most important exercise this year with TROPEX. Next, Mishmi, Kamam and Tai Khamti. These are Arunachal Pradesh tribes. Government actually released this notification in PIB also. We had this data that Tai Khamti, Mishmi, Kaman, they are given the ST status in Arunachal Pradesh. Actually, Khamti is no more a tribe there. It is called Tai Khamti now, and it has given this particular status of ST here. The Abo tribe is also deleted, and they are saying that Adi is the actual tribe, and they are giving it the name. Other important Mishmi tribes, these are also given ST status here, and proposes inclusion of Monpa, Memba, Satrang, Sojong, and Mumba tribe also for this particular ST category. And a lot of opposing, a lot of protests were there after this particular move, because the people who are enjoying the ST status in Arunachal Pradesh, they do not want any other to be included here, because it will take away their limited chances, and the advantage of scheduled tribe status is important for them. Okay, so this was all for today, and we will meet again tomorrow with very important questions and details. Thanks a lot. Keep watching to the channel.